Hey YouTube, I was asked by a really sweet girl if I could give her some advice. I decided to make it into a video. That way I could kind of explain my advice better, I guess, instead of typing it. If you have a question or you want me to give you advice or anything like that, then email me at theonlybun@gmail.com, or you can message me through YouTube. You can specify if you want it to be anonymous. I won't include like usernames or anything like that. I just like to know your name. So I'm going to read the email. Oh, you can't see that. The email she sent me, and I'm going to put a timestamp right here, right now, of, if you don't want to hear the whole thing, I'll also have it written, her email copied into the description if you just want to read it. I'll give you a timestamp right here if you don't want to listen to me reading the whole thing. But if you go to the timestamp, I'll just give like a one-sentence summary. I'll also have it copied into the description. She writes, "My name's Jasmine. I'm 15 from Australia. I started talking to a guy on Omegle who's from the same place I'm from, except he lives about 45 minutes away from me." Sorry. When we first started talking, we would play games like 21 questions and stuff to get to know each other better, but we both learned that we're... Go away. Please ignore my dog. She's barking at people walking by outside, and there's nothing I can do. We both learned that we're both twins and both the youngest, and a bunch of other stuff. We talk every day for hours, just messaging each other on Kik. School mornings at around 5:50 a.m., he would message me something like, "Good morning, beautiful," and we'd talk until he had to leave for school. We'd talk when we both got home until we went to bed around 10:20 to 11 p.m. It was pretty much like that until school ended. He'd always compliment me and say I'm special and that I should come over to his so he could point out everything that was special about me. We would send each other pictures of ourselves, clean pics, and we would talk about stuff that was bothering us and all that. We both trust telling each other anything good or bad. During the school holidays, which is now, I feel like he's losing interest in me. He takes at least an hour to reply to each message I send him, and to me it sounds like he's not putting much effort in replying back. I told him that he kind of made me feel like shit for making me wait for him to reply all the time, and he told me he was really sorry and that he's been busy. But now he's saying we should Skype all the time at midnight just to be safe, but every time I ask him if he wants to, he says he has a headache or he's tired, or he just doesn't want to. He's making me feel even more than just shit. At night I cry. He's brought my whole mood down every day without even doing anything. I'm sick and tired of waiting for him to reply and message me back and for him to put more effort in, but I really like him. When we agreed to meet up, I was the one planning what day, and I was the one who sat in a train for 45 to 60 minutes to a shopping center near him. He told me the day before he wasn't going to come, but I still went to the shops anyway with my friends just to go shopping, but he's really made me feel down and really upset. Okay, so basically, Jasmine's been talking to this guy she met on Omegle. They've been talking for a while, and now it seems like he's losing interest, and he's becoming distant, and he doesn't want to meet. Okay, so I had to go get my dog and hold her because she won't stop barking at the guys with leaf blowers around us. So that's why I have a little rat thing. It sounds to me like, I don't want to say he's catfishing you because I don't really know that. But just the fact you've never met, you've never Skyped, that's all the things that they kind of talk about on, if you've ever seen the show Catfish. That's kind of the red flags that they use. I would say best case scenario, he is just busy. If you're on break and stuff, maybe he's getting to hang out with his friends a lot more. Maybe he's doing stuff with his family. It is possible that he's just busy. And guys do that. Girls do that too. I would say one of the most likely scenarios is he is losing interest. I would only say that just because you haven't met, you haven't really had the interaction, like the face-to-face interaction that you need to have. Shut up. That you kind of need to maintain a relationship, friendship or romantic or anything. The only thing that worries me is because he's making excuses to Skype, or not to Skype, and he didn't end up meeting up with you. That does make me think he's not who he says he is, but it is possible that he's just really nervous, really self-conscious, something like that, and he doesn't want to meet you. But all in all, I think the most important thing to remember is I know it feels like he is really, really important to you, and you really, really like him, but there are other guys out there. Trust me. I promise you will find other guys. If he's treating you like this and making you cry and making you feel this bad, you don't need him. He's not really benefiting your life in any way. I know it feels good to have someone there to talk to you. It helps you feel less alone, or it feels good to know that someone wants to talk to you. But honestly, unless he starts showing interest again when school starts back again, I would say maybe start distancing yourself from him, because even if he is who he says he is, he's not treating you how you deserve to be treated. You deserve so much better. And there may not be any guys at your school that you like right now, but you're only 15. And I know as a 15-year-old I would hate to hear that, but you really are only 15. I'm only 19. I don't know how the education system in Australia works, but I'm guessing you're like in high school if you have high school there. I don't know. But when I was in high school, I didn't like the guys at my school. The best thing for you to do is look out for yourself. Don't worry about hurting his feelings. Don't worry about what he's gonna feel like, because he's treating you like shit. Escape of the dog. I really think the overall message here is that you need to put yourself first, and if that means finding another boy to talk to that makes you feel better or doesn't make you feel bad about yourself, then I think that's what you need to do. Shut up, people! Maybe I'm completely wrong. There's always the chance, because all I got is like an email from you basically explaining your situation. I don't know how old he is. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his side of the story. So I can't say for sure. But again, like, best case scenario, he's busy. Worst case scenario, he could be catfishing you. Which, that happens a lot more than you'd think. I actually know people who have been catfished. I hope that helped. I'd really like to hear from you and hear from how it goes. One thing that I try to keep in mind in a lot of aspects of my life, it's technically a Beatles song, but it's Here Comes the Sun. And it's kind of like it gets better, but I promise it does. High school was like the worst time in my life. I promise you, the sun will come. I promise.